Wow, okay. So should we focus strictly on Jerusalem? I mean,
the floor is open. No, we can give more time to Jerusalem as a yeah, but we can discuss
all of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hopefully, collectively, we'll cover the whole of Palestine.
Yeah, create sort of a general broad
according to his or her forte.
NGOs or civil society in the West Bank, for example, are involved in protecting civil rights. Okay, they are non-governmental, they are grassroots. They are to safeguard law and order, to watch, like watchdog, what the government is doing. That is different than civil society in Jerusalem. The civil society in Jerusalem is to preserve the Arab identity of the Jerusalemite, to help them struggle, stay steadfast before the Israeli measures, whatever occupation. So, although civil society also in the West Bank, they do struggle against occupation, especially around the wall, the villages around the wall in the western part of Ramallah. Okay, but in Jerusalem they have a unique. So the government there is not allowed, PLO or the PA are not allowed to provide services in Jerusalem. So the role of civil society is almost, while in the West Bank, is to complement whatever is needed in their society, but in Jerusalem they have a major role to play in order in the education system, in helping families, social welfare, in the health, the hospitals, in the schools, the cultural activities. Especially, this year we faced a lot of problems in even exercising our rights to present our cultural traits, our music, our theater. We were prevented because we decided that Jerusalem for 2009 was the cultural capital of Palestine. So the role of the NGOs or the civil society is very, very important. And this is when I started my saying that it's very important to support those civil society, because there's no other branch to act or to face the occupation, the demolition of houses, the
legal assistance,
providing legal assistance, empowering women, empowering the society, capacity building for these NGOs is very, very important. Otherwise, Israel will still continue its hegemony over the city of Jerusalem.
So that means every different civil society, geography, he have his own aim or own agenda. So this is inside Palestine. And we should remind or return back that the Palestinian outside Palestine also they have the different agenda regarding the situation they live it on it. For example, the situation in USA is different, and maybe the targets and maybe the projects they have it's also different. This is maybe one thing we should put it in our our notes is the first note. Maybe it's and in this line maybe we should move. What is the program? What about the programs? We should talk about it.
Types of programs to create?
Yes.
Can I just add, just without splitting hairs, just for completion's sake, alongside what Zoe had said, there's also a civil society of sorts in 48.
In
48, 48. There are Lana, there's Haifa, and Nasri. They need, in their own way, a support as well. And not last by no means least, Gaza. The four of them will encapsulate what, and they are, as reiterated, all with their own requirements, all with their own means and modus operandi, and they all have their own ways of approaching, and not belittling, and not qualitatively and quantitatively, they will vary. I have a soft spot for Jerusalem because most of my activity is in Jerusalem. With its own requirements. I found that effort here, but also I'm in touch with Haifa, with Nasli, Shabab al-Hinak, the people there that do require, and they do suffer. The West Bank, fait accompli. Everybody knows about the West Bank. Whether it is within the camps. Okay? My foot is in the camps a lot as well. One very quick example without laboring the point. In Jenin, I would go and say, what is there that I can offer? The camp takes you, immediately the town of Jenin gets upset. So there is a very fine tightrope, and civil society takes it. Sorry for laboring it.
No, I want to ask Varsen a question, and I know Varsen have like a lot of work in NGOs, and why, as a Palestinian, we didn't have one umbrella for the civil society? Like in West Bank, we have maybe 2 or 3 just in the West Bank. Like Bingo, I know, and some from the left party, from the right party. And why? What is the main obstacles to put like one agenda or one umbrella for all the Palestinian civil society in the world, not just in South West?
Because civil society work is highly politicized, and we have used the civil society for our political agendas. And if we look in the 70s and the 80s, most of the NGOs have proliferated because of political agendas. And they have continued to be so until today. So the main obstacle is politics. And I'm not sure how that is solved. Maybe you can help us with that. But even if you say, I want the Palestinian well-being as my super goal, still politics takes the lead. Yeah.
You know, it's not the politics per se, it's the partisanship.
And lack of
Politics, we're all involved in politics in some way or other, but it is the الفئوية اللي تتنافس competition between the various
naively, you can say it's a double-edged knife.
Yes.
Yeah,
Use it as a tool.
Of course.
If this is partisan and so on, I mean, I jokingly say it. I'm a Palestinian, I'm not, I'm a Yafari. Okay. Or there's no, or politically there's no such thing, but it's a very thin.
It's a difficult.
You know what I say, السمك عكا أحسن السمك يافا he got mad. Even the سمك مش هيك أنت كل واحد.
يعني we have political factions, we have the geography,
Yes.
we have the مدينة مخيم قرية, then we have the عشيرة, then we have.
This is one of.
It's a very complicated society.
So how we can solve this problem? And we know the inside the Palestinian network. If we want, we have now 100 participants. Let's find we have like 50 organization here. Can we put like in this inside Palestinian network platform or something, or we cannot? For you also.
Oh, sure.
Okay, what are you thinking? Yes, the answer. I believe. Sorry, you want to?
No, I'm just. My thoughts are diverging because I can't get over what's in my mind that when I look around and what's happening in Ramallah in terms of civic groups that are in the hundreds really that serve various purposes, they are very successful. If it weren't for these services to provide the citizens with certain needs, I'm not quite sure that we would be anywhere near where we are. Now, and I'm not sure that the government ought to have a role in creating one umbrella for these groups to fall under. If I understood you correctly, is that what you were suggesting?
Were you suggesting the government?
No.
No, there was just a query, just a question.
Yeah, not the government.
Then who would be the body that serves as this one umbrella?